Our mission is the extinction of magic.
The stronger the emotion, the stronger the magic.
Today you get to learn to use your magic.
A miracle happened. They called them hybrids.
Fantasy series have always had a strong appeal because this genre can take viewers out of the real world and into a universe full of imagination. Magical realms, mythological creatures, supernatural powers, and epic destinies that decide life and death are some of the key elements that make fantasy so captivating. It's not just about visuals. Great fantasy series are usually built with rich world building, complex conflicts, and characters who grow as the story unfolds. Netflix offers a wide range of high-quality fantasy series with different approaches, from dark fantasy made for adult audiences to emotional, wonder-filled adventures. In this video, we've put together 13 Netflix fantasy series you need to know and watch, especially if you're looking for stories that can completely pull you into their worlds for hours. Before we get into the list, don't forget to subscribe to the Daily Movie channel because we bring you Netflix movie recommendations every day. Now, let's jump straight into the list. Number 1. The Sandman.
Destiny, despair, which one have I got?
The Sandman follows the story of Dream, one of the immortal beings known as the Endless, who rules over the world of dreams and human stories. After being captured by humans and imprisoned for decades, Dream finally manages to escape. However, his freedom comes at a high cost. While he was gone, the dream world fell into chaos, and the boundaries between the human world and abstract realms began to collapse. This series doesn't present fantasy in a conventional way. The Sandman is filled with symbolism, mythology, and philosophical themes about dreams, death, hope, and human regret. Each episode feels like its own story, while still being deeply connected, supported by dark visuals and a powerful atmosphere. With the story far from over and the Season 2 trailer already released, this is one of Netflix's most ambitious fantasy series and a must-watch. Number 2. Fate: The Winx Saga.
This is something you'll learn your first day.
Fate: The Winx Saga takes the fairy world in a much darker and more serious direction. The story centers on Bloom, a teenager who has always felt different until she discovers that she possesses a dangerous fire power. This revelation leads her to Althea, a secret academy where fairies learn to control their magic while hiding many dark secrets of its own. As the story develops, Althea becomes more than just a magic school. It turns into a battlefield filled with ancient powers, political intrigue, and deadly creatures. Season 2 expands the fantasy world with higher stakes, more complex characters, and real consequences for every decision. This series is perfect for fans of dark teen fantasy with emotional drama and an unsafe, unpredictable magical world. Number 3. Sweet Tooth.
I will hide.
We have reason to believe!
Sweet Tooth is set in a post-apocalyptic world after a mysterious virus destroys human civilization. In the middle of this chaos, hybrid children, half human and half animal, begin to be born and are seen as a threat by many people. The story follows Gus, a dear boy who grows up in isolation and is eventually forced into a dangerous journey to discover the truth about his origins. This series uses fantasy as a tool to deliver a deeply emotional story. Gus's innocence clashes with a cruel world, creating a journey filled with hope, fear, and loss. Sweet Tooth isn't just about adventure. It's about acceptance, humanity, and the meaning of family in a broken world. Number 4. The Irregulars.
221B Baker Street. Sherlock Holmes.
The Irregulars takes the world of Sherlock Holmes and completely flips the perspective. The story focuses on a group of street teens living in Victorian-era London who unknowingly get involved in dangerous supernatural cases. Sherlock and Watson still exist, but they stay in the background while the kids face horrors from another world. Each case brings them closer to interdimensional portals, forbidden rituals, and terrifying creatures that threaten the balance of reality. With its dark and mysterious atmosphere, The Irregulars feels like a mix of fantasy, horror, and classic detective stories. This series is perfect if you enjoy dark alternative worlds full of secrets. Number 5. Warrior Nun. Warrior Nun follows Ava, a young woman whose life changes completely after she dies and comes back to life with a holy power embedded in her body. With no preparation, Ava is forced to accept that she's now tied to a secret order of warrior nuns who have been fighting demonic forces for centuries. The main conflict isn't just about good versus evil, but also about identity, freedom, and destiny. Ava is a fragile and very human character, which makes every decision feel heavy and full of consequences. Season 2 deepens the conflict with bigger threats and more emotional storytelling, making this one of Netflix's most memorable fantasy series. Number 6. Lock and Key.
Whatever you think you understand about those keys.
Lock and Key tells the story of the Locke family, who move into their ancestral home after experiencing a major tragedy. Inside the house, the Locke children discover magical keys, each with incredible powers, from controlling minds and unlocking memories to opening dangerous dimensions. However, every key comes with risks they don't fully understand. As they explore these powers, a dark figure emerges, also hunting the keys for sinister purposes. With an expanding fantasy world and deeper mysteries, Lock and Key delivers a modern fantasy adventure full of tension and imagination. Number 7. Shadow and Bone.
Good girl. Now the work begins.
Shadow and Bone is set in a fantasy world divided by a dangerous dark zone called the Fold, where deadly monsters roam and separate regions from one another. The story follows Alina Starkov, an ordinary girl who accidentally reveals a rare power capable of destroying the Fold and changing the balance of the world. This discovery pulls her straight into massive political, military, and magical conflicts. The series builds its fantasy world in great detail, from unique magic systems and power hierarchies to conflicts between kingdoms. Alongside Alina's main story, strong side characters and parallel plots make the world feel alive. This is an epic fantasy series for viewers who enjoy large-scale stories filled with intrigue. Number 8. One Piece.
I'm gonna kick your ass because no one messes with my friends.
The live-action version of One Piece adapts the adventure of Monkey D. Luffy, a young man with strange powers who dreams of becoming the Pirate King. Alongside the crew he gathers one by one, Luffy sails across dangerous seas, facing rival pirates, the Navy, and ruthless organizations, in search of the legendary treasure known as One Piece. The series' biggest strength lies in its imaginative world and highly diverse characters. Every island has its own rules, culture, and conflicts, making the adventure constantly feel fresh. One Piece isn't just about action and fantasy. It's about friendship, dreams, and freedom, making it one of the most fun and adventurous fantasy series on Netflix. Number 9. The Umbrella Academy.
Get up, we're going.
Where?
Save the world.
The Umbrella Academy tells the story of a group of extraordinary children adopted by a mysterious man and raised as heroes. After growing up and drifting apart, they reunite following their adoptive father's death, only to discover that the world is on the edge of apocalypse, and they're the only ones who can stop it. The series blends fantasy, superpowers, and family drama in a very unique style. Each character carries trauma, ego, and personal conflict, making their relationships tense and messy. With time jumps and unexpected twists, The Umbrella Academy feels fresh and very different from typical superhero fantasy series. Number 10. Cursed. Cursed retells the legend of King Arthur from a rarely explored perspective. Nimue, a young woman with mysterious powers who will later be known as the Lady of the Lake. The world portrayed is a harsh medieval setting filled with war, oppression, and conflict between humans and magical beings. The series presents fantasy in a dark and tragic tone, where magic is feared rather than celebrated. Nimue's journey is full of loss, betrayal, and self-discovery. Cursed is perfect for viewers who enjoy classic fantasy with a mature approach and a grim atmosphere. Number 11. Ragnarok.
Come here.
Ragnarok is set in a small town in Norway that slowly reveals itself as a battleground for reincarnated Norse gods in the modern world. The story follows Magni, a teenager who discovers he is the reincarnation of Thor, the god of thunder, and must face ancient forces rising again. What makes this series unique is how it blends Norse mythology with modern issues like environmental crises and power inequality. Ragnarok builds its conflicts slowly but consistently, making the battles of the gods feel relevant to real-world problems. It's a simple yet meaningful modern fantasy. Number 12. The Witcher.
Unleash true calamity upon us all.
The Witcher follows Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter in a world full of magic, dangerous creatures, and political intrigue. The world Geralt lives in is brutal, where humans are often more dangerous than the monsters he hunts. His story intertwines with Yennefer, a powerful sorceress with a dark past, and Ciri, a child with a massive destiny. The series is known for its complex, morally gray fantasy world. Themes of destiny, choice, and moral conflict continue to evolve all the way into Season 4. With its vast world and deep lore, The Witcher stands as one of Netflix's biggest and most ambitious fantasy series. Number 13. Wednesday Addams.
Hey, freak, this is a close practice.
Wednesday Addams focuses on Wednesday's life at Nevermore Academy, a school for individuals with unique abilities. With her cold personality, sharp intelligence, and intense curiosity, Wednesday gets caught up in a series of murder mysteries connected to the supernatural world. The series balances fantasy, mystery, and dark humor extremely well. Wednesday herself becomes the heart of the story, making every scene feel iconic and memorable. Now that the series has entered season 2, Wednesday's journey is clearly far from over and absolutely worth following. Those are 13 Netflix fantasy series you need to know and watch, from dark magical worlds and ancient mythology to imagination-filled adventures. Each series offers a different world and experience, but they all share one thing in common: they can pull you into another world and help you forget the real one for a while. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe to the Daily Movie channel, like the video, and drop a comment with your favorite Netflix fantasy series or what series you'd like us to cover next. See you in the next Netflix recommendation video.